What's happening, y'all? What up, doe? Salute everybody. Thank you everybody for tapping in. Shout out to the replay gang, y'all. And if you're new here, y'all, make sure you hit that sub button. And everybody, if you could kindly hit the thumbs up button for yours truly in the biggest M. I do know y'all. And we're gonna start it off with copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act, 1976. Allowance is made for the fair use for the purpose such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use, y'all. You heard me say it. You can't say I didn't. I'm gonna let y'all know this is the link right here, the StreamYard link. If you want to come up here, hit that link. I want to say shout out to this creator, CC. His name is Kareem Spirit Works. Shout out to him, everybody. Go give him a follow. Go check him out. Go sub to his channel. He knows a lot about the zodiac signs and things like that. And this is a good guy. So yeah, go follow him on YouTube. Shout out to you, Kareem. Thanks for pulling up on me on my TikTok. We had a really good conversation with the folks over there yesterday. Really good. So yeah, y'all, how y'all doing? We're gonna talk about what's going on around us, because there's a lot. And first, we're gonna talk about this, y'all, because we covered this case. Y'all know in Louisiana, they're calling it. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. But the 8 children that lost their life in Louisiana on the mass shooting, um, they're calling them the Eternal Eight. Let's watch this clip. May they rest in peace. Um, Only in America. Again, this is America. I don't make the people. I just live here.
Now, today, many gathered to say their final goodbyes to the 8 children killed in the Cedar Grove mass shooting 2 weeks ago. KSLA's Peyton Manuel attended the service as the community came together to honor their lives.
All of us have been paralyzed by this present situation. But I got good news. God is nearest when you feel the heaviest.
Together, hundreds of people, city and state officials, and first responders poured into Summer Grove Baptist Church to lay the 8 Cedar Grove children to rest. Those in attendance showed their support for the family, choosing not to grieve the lives lost, but to celebrate the lives lived.
Soraya, Kadarian, Brayla, Jayla, Shayla, Kayla, Layla, Markaden.
This is not a Shreveport morning. This is a nation mourning.
Their presence was a gift, gentle, vibrant, and full of promise.
We know that God's plan is not our plan. God received 8 new angels on April the 19th. The Eternal 8 is most fitting.
Hands of praise filled the air as songs of worship echoed throughout the church.
To the highest mountain.
Tears filling the room as a mother kissed all 8 children goodbye one final time.
Come on, we're here to encourage the family. We can't be sad today. Come on. Come on, remind the family, like a ship that's tossed and driven. Like a ship that's tossed and driven. Battered by an angry sea.
Celebrating the Eternal 8 in Shreveport. Peyton Manuel, KSLA News 12.
And this weekend, the 8 murders.
And the caskets of the 8 beautiful children were carried to their burial sites in horses and chariots. People from all over Shreveport were able to spend their last moments with the kids with the beautiful flower arrangements and photos of the children. Now, KSLA News 12 spoke to family members, and they say they are at peace knowing the kids are resting in heaven.
Knowing where the children will be able to spend eternity there, that's the celebration part, because we know they're gonna be in a better place than what we're dealing with here. You know, the suffering is over. You know, we don't have to worry about that anymore now.
Now the family chose to have a private burial.
I be fighting things that y'all cannot see. So therefore, how can you put someone in jail?
As it appears as though the shooter was having some kind of a mental breakdown, hearing voices in his head.
Every one of them people in their head, they're not making it back. My cousin, he was supposed to die. That people that was supposed to be killed, they didn't die, and nobody died. Obviously, right?
Well, one person did. You do have one count.
Yeah, guys, that's super sad. They're calling it the Eternal 8. I was trying to find the one where the mothers came strolling in. One is in a wheelchair, and one is being walking hand in hand, I do believe, with her mother and father, or just it was a man and a woman. I'm not gonna assume. Not gonna do that. So let me find that video. Hold on one second, y'all. It's right here though. I watched it just this morning. This shit was super sad, y'all. There was so little. Oh, this is them getting carried in. It looks like a beautiful service. May they rest in peace, man. They were brought in by the white horses and the carriages, yo. Oh man. It's important for me to be out here because I'm supporting my sister and my nieces and nephews. This is a really tragic situation for my family right now. So I just ask everyone to please support us in prayers and give us all the support that you can.
Family and friends.
I want to say this. Don't be sad. I know it's we have to rejoice. But may they rest in peace. May they rest in peace. 8 children, y'all. America's first mass shooting of 2026 left 8 children. 8. 7 of them were the man who committed these crimes. His own children. One was the cousin of the 7 children. And then there's 2 other victims who were shot. One, the story is real confusing. I don't know, but I know one for sure is the baby mother, and they were married. And the reason why he went unhinged is due to the very next day, actually, folks. She was going to divorce him, and he couldn't take it. And he had mental problems too. But like, it's just diabolical. In my Big M voice, mental health is real. Let's take another listen. This is crazy. May they rest in peace again.
Gathered today to honor and remember Martha Elizabeth Odom, the teenager who was killed during a shooting at the Mall of Louisiana last month. The high school student was caught in the cross.
So, one of the mothers, or not the mother, woman that was pew-pewed is in the wheelchair, and then the other woman in the white standing right next to her is the other victim of the pew-pew. 2 women survived. 7 children were his kids. One was a cousin, 8 children altogether. Altogether, 10 people, y'all, were pew-pewed in Louisiana, Shreveport. Pray for those 2 women. We have one wearing the pink purse and one sitting in the wheelchair. Those are the 2 women that survived. Mr. Elkins, pray for those women. I couldn't imagine. I can't. Man, may the shorties rest in peace, yo.
In the evening, it is cut down and withereth. For we are consumed by thine anger, and by thy wrath are we troubled. Thou hast set our iniquities before thee, our secret sins in the light of thy countenance. For all of our days are passed away in thy wrath. We spend our years as a tale that is told. The days of our years are 80 years and 10. And if by reason of strength they be 80 years, yet is their strength, labor, and so.
Since the 19th of April, the name Shamar Elkins has refused to leave this nation's conscience. 8 little ones gone. 2 women who came within inches of losing their lives now recovering in hospital. And a country that keeps circling the same unanswered question every time a tragedy of this magnitude breaks. How did nobody see this coming and do something about it? But here's what this video is really about. Inside the home on West 79th Street while everything was happening, there was a child who got out. A 12-year-old girl named Markiana. She was present in that house when Shamar Elkins walked through the door. She saw what unfolded. She moved toward the roof in complete darkness while the man hunting her family had already taken her brother's life moments before. She went over the edge of that roof. She came down alive, walking away with scratches while the woman beside her, her own mother, hit the ground and shattered her pelvis and hip on impact. Markiana is here. She survived. And the question that has flooded comment sections on every platform covering this story, the one that major news networks have not paused long enough to seriously address, is what kind of weight does a 12-year-old girl carry forward from a night like that? Who is actively working to make sure she receives what she needs? And why has her name barely appeared in any of the coverage? That is not the only development that demands attention. Within the past 48 hours, this case moved in directions most channels completely overlooked. The Shreveport Police Department put out a corrected official account of events that overturns the sequence every major outlet originally published. A federal court affidavit pulled back the curtain on a moment exactly 6 weeks before the 19th of April, when this entire massacre had a chance to be prevented. 2 men, 1 direct conversation, 1 choice. And the man who had to make that choice walked away without doing a thing. Everything gets...
I do want to say this, and a lot of these stories we hear about, it could have been fucking prevented. Very preventable. In my big M voice, mental health is real.
It's covered today. The corrected sequence of events, the court documents that nobody dug into properly, the confrontation that happened 6 weeks out and led to nothing. How Elkins actually met his end, because the version most outlets ran is still incomplete. The current condition of every person who survived, and the conversation surrounding Markiana that this country is long overdue to have. Welcome back to our channel. Hit subscribe before we go any further. Tap that notification. On the morning of Sunday, the 19th of April, 2026, a mass shooting played out across two separate addresses inside the Cedar Grove area of Shreveport, Louisiana. The violence started at West 79th Street. It extended to Harrison Street 1 block away. It ended in Bossier City just after 7 in the morning. 8 children lost their lives, 5 girls and 3 boys. The youngest was 3 years old. The oldest was 11. 7 of them were the biological children of the man responsible. The 8th was his nephew, 10-year-old Marcaden Pugh.
Dang, is that you, Star? What up, though? Salute to you. Good afternoon, Jay. Happy Mother's Day. I appreciate you. Happy Mother's Day to you, too. It's been a long time. I'm glad you're here. I hope you smooth, cool, and true, Star. Salute to a real one, yo.
The son of his sister-in-law, Keosha Pugh. 2 women were struck by gunfire. Both are alive. 1 child escaped through a rooftop. The man responsible was Shamar Elkins, 31 years old, a former Louisiana National Guard soldier. A man carrying a felony weapons conviction, a Veterans Affairs hospitalization that followed a suicide attempt, a death threat he made against his own family years before the wedding, and a stolen weapon that had been in his possession for at least 6 weeks before that Sunday arrived. He did not survive, but the case he left behind is nowhere near finished. This is the correction that should have dominated the coverage, and it barely registered. When news of this case first spread, the story being told was that Elkins drove to Harrison Street first, that he shot his ex-wife Christina Snow at her door, took her 3 children, and then made his way to West 79th Street. That version of events was reported by virtually every outlet that covered the story in those first hours. It was wrong. The Shreveport Police Department released a revised official account confirming the violence began at West 79th Street, not Harrison Street. Investigators now believe Elkins first turned his weapon on his wife, Shaniqua, inside the home. He then moved through the house and killed the children. He then went after Keosha Pugh, Shaniqua's sister, who lived in that same home, and her 2 children as they fled toward the roof. Marcaden Pugh, Keosha's 10-year-old son, was shot and killed while they were trying to get away. Keosha and Markiana reached the roof. They jumped. Elkins then left that address, drove 1 block to Harrison Street, and shot Christina Snow 9 times before fleeing the area. When Christina called 911, she told officers Elkins had taken her 3 children. She had no way of knowing, standing at her own door, shot 9 times, that those 3 children were already dead inside the house he had just left. This correction is not a minor detail. It means West 79th Street was not the second scene of violence. It was the first. Every single thing that happened on Harrison Street occurred after 8 children were already gone. Now to the federal court documents that most cover.
So I remember when we first covered this story over here, y'all. Remember it was said that he said he told girl that he unalived the kids, and the coverage that we heard, he wasn't lying. And I guess I'm glad that we're re-going over this because he wasn't lying. He said he told her that they were it was her fault that he was doing what he was doing. He did say that, and he wasn't lying. because they made it sound like he did that and then went and did it. But no, they were already gone. He was telling her the truth. My sister says, this is the saddest story I ever read in my life. Yeah, this is a very, very sad one. I can't. I remember listening to the neighbors on the news, y'all, and the neighbor was crying because, you know, the last thing to go is the bodies. And there was a little boy on the roof that was unalived. He almost made it down, but he didn't. And she said that she was mad that she had to keep looking at the boy on the roof, y'all. Man, crazy work. And again, he does make a valid point about the 12-year-old who survived. It sounds like she's the only child that survived. I wonder how she's feeling. Everybody pray for her and the two women.
Coverage treated as a footnote. On the 21st of April, the United States Department of Justice announced charges against Charles Ford, a 56-year-old Shreveport resident, for being a convicted felon in possession of a firearm and for making false statements to federal agents. Most outlets named him, noted the charges, and kept moving. What they did not report.
Y'all, does that look like, all over that thing? And this is a really, in my opinion, high-powered weapon. This is crazy work, yo. May those 8 children rest in peace. 8 children were unalived, y'all, last month. Hasn't even been 30 days. The 19th of this month will be 30 days.
Report is what the court affidavit actually documents about the weeks that led up to the 19th of April. Charles Ford carries a long criminal record: simple burglary, simple robbery, felony theft, 7 years behind bars that ended in 2000, a domestic abuse battery conviction entered in 2011 at Shreveport City Court. Every one of those convictions made it illegal for him to touch a firearm. Despite that, he had a Mossberg pistol stored under the seat of his truck. On the 9th of March, 6 weeks before the 19th of April, Ford noticed that Mossberg was no longer there. Shamar Elkins was one of the only people who regularly got into that truck. Ford put those two things together, and he did what most people would do in that situation. He went and confronted him directly. According to the criminal complaint entered in federal court, Ford asked Elkins about the missing weapon face to face. What happened next is documented in the affidavit using Ford's own language. Elkins did not deny taking the gun. He did not offer any explanation. He became what Ford described to investigators as offensive. Ford backed off. He let it go. Sit with that for a moment. A man.
Yeah, we're sitting with it all right. Why wouldn't you call the police? But it's probably because you're not supposed to have a weapon either. And who knows, it's probably a stolen or an unregistered, high-powered. Again, that's why I guarantee you he's lying. He probably didn't even get aggressive. When it comes to these people, we don't know what to really believe. And the story already got fucked up once. And again, this could have been prevented. Like a lot of these cases, most of them can be prevented. And then again, I'm going to say in my big M voice, y'all, mental health is real.
Man looked Shamar Elkins in the eye and asked about a stolen weapon. Elkins responded with aggression. And Ford decided that pushing further was not worth it. He picked up no phone. He filed no report. He walked away from that exchange without telling a single person in any position of authority what he knew. 6 weeks passed. On the 19th of April, Elkins walked into a home on West 79th Street carrying that exact Mossberg. When ATF agents spoke to Ford in the immediate aftermath of the shooting, he denied ever having the weapon. Later that same day, agents brought him back in for a second interview at the ATF office. His story collapsed entirely. He admitted the gun had been under his seat. He admitted he believed Elkins was the one who took it. He was placed under arrest before he left that office. Ford made his first federal court appearance on the 22nd of April before United States Magistrate Judge Mark Hornsby. He was placed into United States Marshal custody pending a detention hearing set for that Friday. He faces up to 15 years on the firearm possession charge and up to 5 additional years for the false statement charge. Both the ATF and FBI remain active in the investigation. How the small caliber handgun used during the first part of the attack came into Elkins' possession has still not been addressed by any official public source. In 2019, Elkins was arrested outside Caddo Magnet High School in Shreveport. A police report cited by KTBS documented that he drew a 9mm handgun from his waistband and discharged 5 rounds at a vehicle roughly 300 feet from the school while children were present in the area. He entered a guilty plea to illegal use of a weapon. The accompanying school property charge was dropped. He served 18 months of probation.
Yes, folks, you heard that. 18 months of probation. That right there, the kids could probably still be alive, maybe, but maybe not, because God always has a plan, and he makes no mistakes. But again, this is America. I just live here. I don't make the rules, and I don't make the people. So another case we covered, y'all. Remember Mr. Tanner Horner, 7-year-old Athena Strand? Well, we all were wondering if he was going to get the death penalty or if he was going to get life. Mr. Horner got the life. He got lethal injection, y'all. He will get the death penalty. He was sentenced to death, y'all, which I agree with. We said, give him the fucking chair. Give him the needle. Inject this fool right here. This is diabolical. 7 years old. Athena Strand, may she rest in peace. 7-year-old little Athena Strand, may she rest in peace.
Tanner Horner murders trial. He's accused of kidnapping and killing 7-year-old Athena Strand in Wise County. Let's listen in.
The woman with the pink hair, that is Athena Strand's mother. That's why they're zooming in. They're about to announce the verdict.
Everyone may be seated. Good afternoon. Mr. Presiding Juror, it is my understanding jury has reached a verdict on both issues. Yes, sir. Okay, you'd hand it please to Deputy King. Answers to special issues. Special issue number 1, whether there is a probability that the defendant would commit criminal acts of violence that would constitute a continuing threat to society. The answer, we, the jury, unanimously find beyond a reasonable doubt that the answer to special issue number 1 is yes, signed by the presiding juror. Special issue number 2, whether taking into consideration all the evidence, including the circumstances of the offense, the defendant's character and background, and the personal moral culpability of the defendant, there is a sufficient mitigating circumstance or circumstances to warrant that a sentence of life imprisonment without parole rather than a death sentence be imposed. Answer, we, the jury, unanimously find that the answer to special issue number 2 is no, signed by the presiding juror. Does either side desire a poll? No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Anderson, Mr. Goebel, is there any legal reason why sentence should not be pronounced?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Horner, if you'd stand, please. It's the order of the court that you, Tanner Lynn Horner, has been adjudged to be guilty of the offense of capital murder as found by the jury. Jury having answered the special issues, making it mandatory that your punishment be death, it is therefore the order of this court that your punishment be death. Before the hour of sunrise.
Yickety yickety yikes. I'm gonna roll it back because I found it interesting. Let's watch somebody. Watch his face, y'all. Watch. He doesn't really have any emotion. We're gonna watch someone learn that they're going to die by lethal injection. By the hour, the sunrise, or he's about to say the time. And guess what, guys? It was May 6th or 5th. Let me check. Hold on. The jury the jury began deliberating on May 5th at around 11:20, and it took them roughly 2.5 hours to come up with the verdict, which that's what the fuck I'm talking about. Because if you haven't heard this case, by golly, yeah, they did a good job. Shout out to the jury. Athena Strand is her name. Athena Strand is her name. Athena Strand is her name. 7 years old. May she rest in peace. Now we're gonna rewind it. Watch this monster's face. Just watch.
On a date to be determined, order this court, Tory, that your Horner's been adjudged. If you stand, please. It's the order of the court that you, Tanner Lynn Horner's, been adjudged to be guilty of the offense of capital murder as found by the jury. Jury having answered the special issues, making it mandatory that your punishment be death. It is therefore the order of this court that your punishment be death. Before the hour of sunrise on a date to be determined by this court upon a man.
Y'all, I'm watching him blink, and his blinking doesn't even change. Like, he doesn't even start blinking faster. Like, what? Like, I wonder if he just knew. Or like, but again, he did try to kill himself while he was in jail, but it didn't work. But wow, Tanner. Guess what, guys? When you do bad, you're gonna get fucking bad. Okay. When you do good, you'll get good. That's just it, and that's just all. There's nothing, and there's nothing more, and there's nothing less.
Date of affirmance issued by the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals at the State Penitentiary in Huntsville, Texas. You will be caused to die in accordance with the rules and regulations established by the Texas Department of Criminal Justice until you, said Tanner Horner, are dead. Said execution procedure shall be determined and supervised by the Director of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. The clerk of this court shall issue a death warrant in accordance with this sentence directed to the Director of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice for that purpose. Clerk shall deliver such warrant to the Sheriff of this county and to be by him delivered to the Director of the Department of Criminal Justice together with you, and you will remand to the custody of the Tarrant County Jail to await transportation to the Texas Department of Criminal Justice at Huntsville, Texas, and the execution of this sentence. I will sign this death sentence as required by law. Your appeal of the finding of this guilt by the jury and their determination of the answers to the question in the sentence are automatically appealed to the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals in Austin, Texas. You will be appointed a lawyer to represent you on direct appeal, and your lawyer will receive a copy of the record of this charge, of this case at no charge. You have the right to have a second lawyer to represent you on writs of habeas corpus. It's a separate matter from your direct appeal. Do you wish to have counsel appointed for your writ purposes? Yes, sir. Okay, then I will appoint you writ lawyers for that. Ms. Anderson, Mr. Goebel, if you will remain on his case pending his decision, and we have all the appellate paperwork filled out. I have received his acknowledgement certification of the right to appeal, and I appreciate you doing that.
So we see he's already going to appeal, but it's like the non-worry or just the no. I'm not surprised, actually. I see you down there. Love being alone. Salute to you. I hope you're being smooth, cool, and true. Thanks for pulling up, yo. How y'all doing? Happy Mother's Day to the beautiful mothers out there. But remember, folks, every day is Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to the beautiful mothers out there. Keep doing it and keep being great. And don't forget to smile while you're being great.
Breaking news tonight out of Kansas City, Missouri. Police are investigating a shooting in the area of 98th Terrace and near View High Drive. As you can see, it's an active scene right now. I'm counting about 7 cop cars on scene. This is at the View at 98 apartment complex. What we know about this investigation, police say a man is in critical condition. We're working to learn suspect information at this time. We have a crew on scene gathering information. As soon as we get an update, we'll bring it to you on air online at KMBC.com.
Breaking now on day. Yeah, that was in Kansas City, y'all. I'm gonna keep following that to see what happened, and then after this one, I'm gonna show y'all what happened in GR, Michigan for sure, and the surrounding 50 or 49 states. We have to do better. We have to do better. This is diabolical.
Daybreak, we're working to find out what took place at a Veterans of Foreign Wars in Muskegon County. We have sound from the scanners as the incident happened overnight around 11:50. We warn you, though, that the recordings you're about to listen to may be disturbing.
We have multiple calls for the VFW 5201 airline that there are shots fired.
We're going to have one down in the street. I have one female down in the street, was hit by a vehicle, uncontrolled bleed from the head, unresponsive, several people down.
Good for multiple people down, requesting EMS.
Third female, 2224, we got a third female GSW to the back.
2224, third female GSW to the back. If we could have all available units to respond.
So Muskegon had their prom last night, folks. This was 10 hours ago. 10 hours ago in Michigan, Muskegon, Michigan. A prom was pew-pewed up. Diabolical. 10 hours ago, y'all. Pray for the families. Pray for the victims involved. Pray for everybody involved. This is America, though. I thought we were supposed to be great. What in the fuck's going on, folks?
On to VFW 5201 airline until they can get scene secured.
2224, I got one down in front of my cruiser. I got one at the entrance of the DFW. I'm continuing to check the area.
814, we need you to secure the scene for the patient that's in the road so we can have medical respond in.
We just have a perimeter. We get names. There's about 100 people leaving.
Those were the moments just before a possible shooting. That's what our crew saw hours ago, the video that you're looking at. Police from several departments were on the scene, including Fruitport Township, Muskegon, Muskegon Heights, and Norton Shores. State troopers and county deputies are investigating as well. Parents tell us their kids were having a prom after party there when shots went off. They say the group was made of students from Muskegon Public School District. A mother shares with us her emotions of receiving a phone call from her kid last night.
Make sure that they're safe, and when she called, she made sure that she was okay, and I made sure that she was okay, and I made sure that everyone else, kids who were involved in the situation, was okay, because I'm very passionate about people and I'm their children, and I just wanted to make sure those that who are around me was okay. It's Mother's Day weekend. I still had to be a mom, and I still had to show up, and I kind of like stopped everything that I was doing to make sure that my children were safe and that they were okay. And at the end of the day, it just kind of sucks because, you know, you still want your kids, like, it's the prom weekend. You don't want to feel like you are shutting your kids down from having that great experience of life, of being a teenager, of being in prom and having fun and doing the things that they need to do for prom.
Well, here is what the scene looks like right now. I know you can't see much, but you can see the tape there. We have our crews there, and we'll be keeping them there throughout the day. So we'll bring you updates later on this morning as soon as we know more, both on our app and also online, and of course, here on air as well.
Rhonda, super duper 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 sad. I agree with that statement. They were at prom, and again, that's what never mind, let me just shut up. This is crazy. Again, this happened in Michigan. If you don't know, Muskegon is in Michigan. Y'all, have y'all ever heard of Taylor House Publishing? If not, I highly recommend it. He's really good, puts out some good content. But I just want to show y'all something. You know, my dad and Big M watch him. They're the ones who turned me onto Taylor House Publishing. A wonderful guy. Let me go over here. Wonderful content. I just want to show y'all. Okay? let's just scan for a second. 1 hour ago, 6 hours, 19 hours, 1 day, 1 day, 1 day, 2 days, 2 days, okay? 3 days, 3 days, 5, okay? This is all fucking people dying and people killing each other. Look, we're only at 2 weeks right here, okay? We're only at 2 weeks. My dad was showing me this, y'all. And listen, he told me in the 70s that the content and just in the one little strip was maybe about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 videos. He said that he said that was enough for the whole year. This is a problem. And most of these stories, folks, the fucking mainstream is not covering them. It's so many, yeah, most definitely. Listen, y'all, look at all these. This is my first time here. Your thumbnail interested me. Oh, awesome. Thank you. Well, I'm glad you're here. I hope you sub to the channel. It's free. Me and Big M, she's not here with us right now. The biggest M I do know. We cover crime and we just do our thing over here and we cover the stories. Our platform started within the Zaya Harris case, but it didn't stop with that. So I'm glad you're here. I hope you like it. Yeah, hope we see you again. But I'm going to drop Taylor House Publishing's link and y'all go check it out. But like literally 95% of these stories are not covered by mainstream. I'm going to say that. Let's see how far. Okay, we're still at 2 weeks. Still scrolling, y'all. Oh my goodness, this is diabolical. We are still, okay, we're into 3 weeks. I'm not going to dare even count how many stories there are just from 4 weeks to 1 hour or 1 day ago. I'm not going to do that at all. This is crazy, guys. This is so much. And none of this is covered. This is crazy. Oh, there we go. I see the Shreveport. Okay, we got one that was covered. I see. Okay, the Fatal Attraction, the one about the cop killing another cop in Chicago. Okay, that was covered. Wow. Okay. Oh, nope. That's not the one. I thought that was Ashley. And still, nope. Crazy work, y'all. This is crazy. Black female male lady attacked by racists who tried, what's it say? Tried to run her over yelling slurs. And the slur is, man, this is crazy. But again, this is just real. I mean, a lot of people pay to go see Ghostface and things at the theaters and, but don't like to watch the news. Save your money and just watch the news, guys. 7 days ago, another man was lynched in California. 7 days ago. Another lynching. Wow. This is crazy. St. Louis police shoot a teen in the back of his head and lie about it. What? I think that's a pretty big story. This is crazy. Shout out to you, Taylor House Publishing, because yeah, this should be covered. In my opinion, this should be on the news every single day. Every single one of these stories should be on CNN. What the fuck are you talking about? Every single one of them. Like what? We have another FedEx driver. Tanner was a FedEx driver. Why is this one, in my opinion, should definitely be covered. These FedEx drivers. Oh, you just subscribed? Thank you. Sorry, y'all. I just came back to the screen. I really appreciate you for subbing up. Make sure you hit that bell button so you get the notification when we go live. And then again, I'm glad you're here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Y'all, isn't this crazy? This is crazy. A Houston cop bragged about beating up black people. This is real. These are real fucking stories, yo. This is crazy. So I want to know if people want to still argue and say that racism doesn't exist, because it most definitely does. And this is crazy work. Wow. This is nuts, y'all. And I've only seen 2 stories so far that I've seen on mainstream. Literally 2. Oh my goodness, this is crazy.
All right, there you see her on the screen, 29-year-old Alexandra Coffey, who is charged with killing 16-month-old Maddie at a daycare in Lenoir, North Carolina, on the baby's first day at the facility. Now, this happened last year, but the family has recently filed a lawsuit.
Man, they can't even, the very first day, dog. This is crazy work. Let me see. Sorry, let me see. This is so sad. This is my first time. Oh yeah, okay. You ever looked into the Lakeisha story from Chicago? Is that the cop? Rhonda? The Crystal, I think her name is. They were partners allegedly, but is that the one you're talking about? Wow, that's yeah, wait, wow, the stuff that's going on across the world. Yes. Yes. I did cover that story. And I do know about it a little bit, but they weren't just partners, folks. They were lovers. And yeah, if you know, I do believe, we could actually, I need to update myself on that case. I'm glad you brought it up, Ms. Rhonda. So in 1 second, we're going to go look at that because Mr. Taylor House Publishing, I did see that one. May she rest in peace. But he made it seem like it was an accident, folks. But nah, they was doing the do. And
detailing the accusations that this evil human being did to that child on, once again, her first day at the daycare. Here's what the lawsuit says.
A new lawsuit reveals new and disturbing allegations in the death of a toddler at a daycare in Lenoir. We first told you about 16-month-old Maddie Mitchell in May of last year. That's when police say the toddler died during her first day at Creative Beginnings Daycare. Well, now her parents are pursuing a wrongful death lawsuit against Alexandra Coffey. Coffey is a former daycare employee and is charged with involuntary manslaughter in Maddie's death. The lawsuit alleges Coffey forced the toddler to lie face down on a sleeping mat during nap time and then held her down by partially laying on her as she kicked. It claims Maddie struggled for several minutes while Coffey was on top of her, scrolling on her phone. Afterwards, it says Coffey left Maddie under a blanket for about 3 hours before checking on her, and that's when she was found unresponsive. The state medical examiner ruled her death as a homicide caused by smothering and asphyxia. Coffey's criminal involuntary manslaughter case is now in Caldwell County Superior Court, where a trial date has not yet been set. Meanwhile, in the civil...
And so you heard what they're saying, that this animal, once again, Alexandra Coffey, did to that young black child. Now, they're saying that the child went down for a nap. Now, it's probably her first day at the facility, so she's unfamiliar with her surroundings. She gets up, starts walking around. They said the lady grabbed the child, put her face down on the sleeping mat, and then put her full fat white body weight on this 16-month-old child until she stopped moving. They said little Maddie struggled for a little while, but then eventually she stopped moving. And then this evil person put a blanket over the child's head and didn't come back until 3 hours later. And then when she came back, it was found out that the child had already passed away. Now, my question is, I went and read books at daycares, little children, and there's always 3 or 4 people there. Where was everybody else at when this was happening? The daycare I read at, it has cameras everywhere, so the facilitator or the owner can look and see what's going on in the other rooms. Where was everybody else at when this was going on, right? Because I know daycares normally are staffed by more than one person. So why is not anybody else held accountable? Also, why is the charge so small? Involuntary manslaughter.
Our new friend, Rhonda, says, no, the girl has been locked up a year now over someone coming to her house, and she had a CL, but she never puked the girl. Hold on, Ron, that's why we have to stay prayed up at all times. Yeah, that part. You never know. Again, this is why me and Big M, We say it all the time, and we're not kidding. Like, this is America. If we just live here, we actually were talking about blasting off and moving to Mars because it's getting out of hand and it's very concerning. I stay prayed up. This is Satan world. Say that again because it is. The day we were born, it says right in the good book. It's either in Isaiah or Jeremiah. The day we were born, into the curse. Now for my good friend Rhonda, she reminded me about the cop, Crystal in Chicago, who was allegedly, it was an accident. Yeah, that's what they all say. And there was a man cop and a woman cop. And once you know, turns out that they were having sexual affairs and something transpired like always, And it seems like maybe Crystal was gonna put her thumb down. But let's see what happened. Cause I'm curious. And I hope that they charge his ass. White boy shoots 26 outside of a bar. Man. Why? Again, if Big M was here, I know she'd say it, so I'm gonna say it for her. But like, why aren't the white boys like that shoot up the school and shit? Why aren't they like, why isn't it such a big deal? Like, this is crazy. This should be on CNN. I'm just saying. The white boy that shot up 26 people outside of a Dayton, Ohio bar. By golly. I think so. Right here. The Chicago officer shoots his partner / ex-lover on purpose. They were lovers and they were partners. And my grandma always said, Jade, don't mix pleasure with business. And I'm learning. It's very hard, but it works. It works. My grandma's not lying. Don't mix your pleasure with your biz, folks, or you're gonna have a bad time.
Yeah. Hey! Let me see your hands! Let me see your hands, bro! Let me see your hands! Do that! No! Shot fired at the police! 10-1, 10-1! Shot fired at the police!
Y'all, maybe my eyes are deceiving me because they can be really deceiving at some times for me. But it looked like he literally turned her direction and then fell back. We're gonna run it back one more time. But maybe let me just run it back.
It's not gonna trust us! Do that! No!
This is clear cut. This is clear. This is clear as day. You see old buddy, like, he looks like he's jumping over the couch. And old buddy turns, boom, and falls back. Shots fired, shots fired. Dog, do you not know that your body cam is on? But you know them blue men be protected and shit. But and get away with everything. But this is crazy. We're gonna play it one more time. Again, I say this prayer all the time. Lord, protect me from my friends, because I can handle my enemies. I'll say it one more time. Lord, protect me from my friends, or my partners, or my lover, or my mother, or my sister, or my brother, or my friend, because I can handle my enemies. My dear sister Star says he sure did turn around. Yeah, this is crazy. It kind of sounds like she started crying, but I don't know. I'm gonna listen, but I'm more concerned about the movement. Because, sir, why didn't you start shooting right away when dude was jumping? The fuck did you have to turn and fall back for? But you know, in that one song that they came up with in 1984, talking about friends and things like that, they said it was done so sweet that it had to be a plan. You know what I'm saying? This is looking like you had a plan, sir.
Police! 10-1, 10-1! Shot fired at the police! 82nd and Drexel! 10-1, 10-1!
Dang, I want to give you thank you so much for that super sticker. You bless your heart. Again, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, and thank you so much. Let me give you a round of applause. I really appreciate that. You help us complete our YouTube goal. We only do one every time, and just thank you. I really appreciate you, and Big M does too. And let me give you a round of applause if I can find it. It's been a long time. Oh, right here. And one more. And these are for all my supporters, subscribers. This is just to everybody and all the mothers. One more for the one more. Surely all are appreciated over here, y'all. Just know that. And, you know, thank you. Let's keep listening again. Watch. We're going to watch one more good time. Listen. Oh, buddy turned. Thank you again, Rhonda White. I appreciate you. But this is crazy. He could have just started unloading right when he opened that door when dude jumped 6 feet in the air, it looks like. There should be no confusion, America. None at all when you watch this video, but let's keep watching because I'm really curious to see if he's in jail.
Police! 10-1, 10-1! Shot fired at the police! 82nd and Drexel! 10-1, 10-1! Shot fired at the police!
All units head over there. 82nd and Drexel, 10-1, shot fired at the police.
Crystal, you good? 10-1, shot fired at the police!
Well, salute to a humble queen right there, Rhonda. Salute to you, and thank you again so much. And I guess I deserve it, Rhonda. Thank you, because again, I hope you come back and let me know. I got an email up there if you see it scrolling across our ticker. If you have a story you want me to cover or anything like that, me and Big M would surely love to do that for you. Or anything if you want to just whatever. The email is right up there, and I did drop it in the chat. And that goes for anybody. You're right there. The email's right there. Reach out to me and Big M, yo. We don't bite. And we're really smart.
You need an ambulance! Ambulance, now! I can't get my partner!
We're calling an ambulance for 82nd and Drexel. We are calling an ambulance.
Squad, my partner's hit! My partner's hit! Give me an ambulance, now!
10-1, 82nd and Drexel, Officer 5, Officer 82nd and Drexel, 10-1. All units head over there, 82nd and Drexel.
Squad, I can't get to my partner. I'm upstairs. Roll the SWAT team. Roll the SWAT team.
You dirty dog lying you. I can't get to my partner. Why not? Like, what's stopping you, friend? I'm confused. What the fuck is stopping you, dog? I don't know. This is really fishy because it's like the audacity. Like, for one, did you think that Boss Man was going to throw the tape away? Or I don't know, like, how it works in those departments. But, like, what are you doing? Again, I'm really curious to see if this man has been charged yet. This is crazy work. May she rest in peace. May she rest in peace. Crystal is her name, yo.
All right, Board. All units head over there. 663 charge. We're rolling an ambulance.
Hey, call the police!
Y'all, it looks like he's sitting there resting, telling her, I cannot get to my partner. Lord, protect me from my friends, because I can handle my enemies.
Call him! Yeah! SWAT, roll everybody. Roll the SWAT team, SWAT.
Ambulance is rolling. 663 charge. Ambulance is rolling. 663 charge. Call that you have here. Are you running behind anybody?
SWAT, we're on the second floor. Hurry up. Come on, Chris. Hear me. Stay with me.
All right. What's the good location? I heard second floor. What's the good location on the second floor?
Come on, Chris. Come on, Chris. Hold it, hurry! Yeah, Crystal, shot. Get her in the car. Get her in the car. Get her in the car now. Take this. Get her in the car. Get her in the car. Take her to university.
Crystal Rivera. That was diabolical to see that. This is the first time I seen, I did not know it was that graphic, folks. Again, it's real life. But damn. But let's see what happened. Let's see what transpired. Or if he's out in Chicago working them streets.
Jesus and Drexel.
Oh shit, y'all. So listen, we got old buddy's camera and then this is hers. Woo! Explicit content, graphic, mature audience, and you cannot put an age on maturity of the year in the year 2026. So parental advisory. Yes, I agree. Chicago, man, it's kind of like Detroit, because they're like, they're nasty, because me and Big M are here in the D-Ski-O, and Chicago definitely reminds me of Detroit, but I think, Detroit's got the crown for me because every day I come on here, it's like Michigan, not even Detroit, but Michigan, y'all. Michigan has got it going on. We just watched a crime about prom. They just shot up the prom in Muskegon. But Chicago reminds me a lot of Michigan and Detroit. Romika, what happened to Romika? The mom and the group of kids. That's just off the top of my head. But there's too much going on. We got to pray and we have to do better. When we know better, we do better.
Hey! Let me see your hands! Let me see your hands, bro! Let me see your hands!
Let me see your fucking hands!
All right, peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. All praises to the Most High.
The new body camera video showing what happened before and after Crystal Rivera, a CPD officer, was shot.
Yeah, even with the video, there are still a lot of questions surrounding her partner and his actions after.
Listen here, Buttercup, there's no fucking question. Well, maybe the question is, why the fuck would you do this to your partner? But other than that, there's no question. But why would you do this? Why would you do this to her? That's the only question that comes to my mind. You be following it, yeah, it's diabolical. I don't know in that case why the baby daddy's not locked up, but again, this is America. May she rest in peace, Romika. You should, yeah, that's one case I can say that, me and Big M didn't touch on that one a lot. Maybe we will. I'm gonna have to talk to her about it. We talk about everything. I've been on the, okay. If we covered it, would you hit the StreamYard link and come up here with us and talk about the case, Rhonda? You could be our first brave soul. Oh, she says yes. All right, bet. Well, make sure you email me, Rhonda, so we can be in touch, so we can coordinate something, because we're going to do it just for you. We like to engage and, let our subscribers be a part of this too. Because if it wasn't for y'all, we would have no platform. You know what I'm saying? So me and Big M appreciate y'all more than you'll ever know. And we would every demonstration I drop the link, and we would love to have people come up here and talk with us and let us know. So definitely email me and we'll coordinate, and when your time can align with us, and we will do it. And we look forward to it. I can tell you that right now. She said, I can't stand that baby daddy. Yeah, he's something else. But let's keep listening.
After she was shot. Well, yeah.
Hey! Give us your hands! Let me see your hands, bro!
June 5th, 2025, two Chicago police officers chase a suspect into a Chatham apartment building. What happens next unfolds in seconds, but the fallout lasts for months. Body camera video from Officer Carlos Baker shows him sprinting up a stairwell. His partner, Officer Crystal Rivera, right behind him. In seconds, everything changed.
Let me see your hands!
If you look closely, Baker kicks open an apartment door and comes face to face with an armed man. Surveillance video from inside the unit shows it even more clearly. Within seconds, Officer Rivera, a mother of a young daughter, is shot in the hallway and dies. Neighbors immediately call 911.
Somebody shooting in this hallway. I heard one.
One shot in the hallway. How many shots did you hear?
One. Somebody is in the hallway yelling something about.
Big bet. I appreciate that. It sounds like Romika was like over here it was Naziah started our platform, and we didn't even know her neither. And she will forever be in our hearts. So I definitely can relate. So yeah, I'm a definitely try it. I appreciate you, Rhonda White. Good looking out. Thank you for your advice.
The police.
After the shot, Baker retreats up the stairs. Nearly 25 seconds later, he called out.
Crystal, you good?
There's no response, and moments later, Officer Baker is back on his radio.
You need an ambulance! Ambulance now! I can't get my partner!
It takes almost 2 minutes before Baker returns to Rivera. He finds her bleeding on the floor, then drags her down the stairs, telling her this.
Stay with me.
Use of force analyst Mike Brown says this is when the officer didn't use his training, and that could be.
Like, wait a minute. Why the fuck would you drag her shot body down the fucking stairs? You're a trained police officer, dog. You don't know where she's hit. That is diabolical. Most definitely, Rhonda. Definitely send them all to my email. I really appreciate that. Me and Big M do that all the time. We're constantly. So yes, please, definitely, please do. Yeah, this is. He dragged her body down the stairs as he waited 2 minutes, though, to go check on her body. Like, it sounds like he had hate in his heart for her. To drag her shot body down the stairs with no care is diabolical to me. To even touch her body, man, there's always a method to the madness. Some of the police officers, yeah, I say most for sure. There are some good ones. They're not all bad, but most, in my opinion, most definitely, I agree.
Because the situation was stressful.
His LEMAR training didn't even kick in, which is what they're taught to do when persons are shot, providing CPR, whatever the case may be. His main thing is to make sure he's not about to get shot again, what he's thinking. And I can see that happening.
The shooting was already under scrutiny even before this video was released by the Civilian Office of Police Accountability.
From looking at his reaction, hearing his audio, his reaction to it, I don't think he even realized at the time that he had pulled his trigger. I don't. They're chasing a man with a gun, and then they get confronted with a guy with.
No, you can stop right there, sir, because I'm gonna say this. Why? Exactly. That's a great point. Why didn't you start doing CPR? Why didn't you put pressure on the wound? I'm CPR certified, bro. Just in case I have to do a rescue in my line of work, why didn't you apply pressure? Why didn't you even check it out? Or because never mind, I'm gonna be quiet. I have to check her out, Rhonda.
The rifle.
Rivera's family filed a lawsuit alleging Baker and Rivera had an off and on again relationship for nearly 2 years and that Rivera had recently ended it. It also claims that just one day before the shooting, Baker showed up at Rivera's home uninvited. Now the family argues the situation raises serious questions about why the two were still working together and whether this tragedy could have been prevented.
You being a former police chief doing this for so long,
by golly, folks. There's that word again, prevented. T.S. Morgan, salute to you. I know you being smooth with it, cool with it, true with it. Thanks for pulling up on yours, truly. And the biggest M, I know, thank you. She says he is the worst backup. Man, say it again. He most definitely did, T.S. Morgan. I'm going to say this again, guys. Lord, protect me from my friends, because I can handle my enemies. I really want you on that. Lakeisha, excuse me. Excuse me. What's drop Lakeisha's last name? Y'all, justice for. I wonder if Crystal. No, I don't think. Let's see. Let's drop her last name. Drop Lakeisha's name for me, y'all.
what is your response?
When I see it, it's difficult to watch. That's first and foremost, and it's horrible. And what I see is two cops trying to do their job, and it just went horribly wrong in the blink of an eye.
The Rivera family's lawsuit alleges Baker faced 11 complaints in under 3 years, including an allegation that he showed a gun to a woman during a 2000.
Shut up. Wouldn't you know? 11 complaints. It sounds like they're only getting a lawsuit. Doesn't sound like he's in jail. By golly. Okay. I'm gonna look it up too right now. This is crazy. A lawsuit, which they're fighting for. Crazy work.
2022 incident. He has also been linked to other reported incidents, including a high-speed chase that ended in a 7-car crash where police say he failed to notify anyone until afterwards, and a separate case in which he was stripped of his police powers for allegedly trying to use his position to obtain video of an off-duty altercation. And of course, we did reach out to attorneys for the Rivera family, and so far we have not heard back.
Officials say a sexual predator who
Wait, SMH, yeah, this is crazy work, ain't it? TS Morgan. Again, this is America, folks. I don't make the people. I just live here and I do not make the rules. But did this happen a month ago, Rhonda? Let me see.
She insists she never pulled the trigger and claims the woman that ambushed her shot herself.
New surveillance video, body cam footage, and official reports now raise questions about what really happened that day. Tia Ewing takes a closer look.
That's Chicago police responding to the scene of a shooting. But before officers were called, there was a fist fight. Captured on doorbell camera. The voice you hear is Lakeisha Harris.
You hear me hollering, "Get the off me," and then she jumps in my car, attacking me with weapons. She did have a knife.
On January 23rd of this year, our news crew was allowed inside the Cook County Jail to interview Harris. The Southside mother has spent more than a year here, charged with several counts of attempted murder.
Did you pull the trigger?
No, I do not. No, I did not.
But you're charged.
I am charged.
It all started January 8th, 2025. Video shows the women waiting across the street from Harris's home. Harris's SUV slightly blocking them, but as we zoom in, you can see them. She says when she stepped outside in the 1100 block of West 112th Place, that's when she was confronted.
On my way walking out of my house, I was ambushed by...
Okay, first of all, why in the fuck? She was at her home. That's the first indicator. She was walking out of her home. What? They pulled up on her. Do you know I'm a license to carry in Michigan, folks. I took my CPL class. Do you know they told me, my teacher taught me this, the licensed teacher, if 10 people pull up to my house, I can pew 9 of them, put my weapon down, and start fighting one, because 10 against 1 is it's not like not fair, but it could cause death. It could. You got 10 people stomping you out, they could take your life. So guess what you get to do? A man does not even have to have a weapon. If you're a woman and a man is coming at you, you can use your weapon. So this is crazy work. The first indicator is, motherfucker, hello. They pulled up on her. They drove to her house. That right there alone, I don't understand why she's even in jail. That's crazy work. Crazy work. Again, y'all, they pulled up on her. Let's keep listening. Thank you, Rhonda. I appreciate you.
The baby mother and her friend, beaten, scared for my life.
Minutes later, a gun goes off. Harris is now facing first-degree attempted murder, but she insists she was not the aggressor. She was fighting to stay alive.
I really never saw the picture. I just felt the pain. I didn't think that I would be going to jail.
The 26-year-old woman who was shot shares a 2-year-old daughter with Harris's then boyfriend. Harris provided text messages showing the woman writing in gray.
Wow, this is fucking diabolical, dog. Wow. Yeah, we finna get on this one for sure. Get the fuck out of here, yo. This poor woman. Wow.
Was planning to confront her. We made multiple attempts to reach the woman for comment, but were unsuccessful.
Dog, what? They need to release 1, 2, 3. Release them. Release them. Release her. This is crazy. Oh wow. Only in America.
Had you ever had an altercation with her prior to this? Has she ever put her hands on you before?
Never. Have she threatened? Yes.
The 2-year-old little girl in Harris's care was sick. Harris was on her way to drop her off to the mother, something she says they normally did at a gas station. Instead, she says the mother and another woman showed up at her home.
she had not been given my address or not been given permission to come to my house ever.
We're all pulling up. Is there a script?
Okay, if you're a real gangster or a real OG, you know you never pull down on nobody. You let them come to you. So again, this is crazy that she's even sitting in jail or they're even questioning her. The police should. What are you even doing here? Why'd you even come here? And now now a pew pew's gone off, and now there's trouble here because y'all came here. Huh? I wonder if any trouble would have came of that night if they would have never showed the fuck up at Lakeisha's house. I bet you there wouldn't be. Bet you there would have been no motherfucking ruckus. This is crazy work.
The person that has the gun.
Police body-worn camera footage shows that when officers arrived, the fight was still happening.
Who shot you? I gotta go outside.
The 26-year-old woman who had been shot appears to still be on top of Harris.
Yeah, she shot me in front of my kids. This is my house. She pulled up with a weapon.
Oh my goodness. Whoa. They said it appears pretty much it's so much that she is on top of Harris still. The fuck you talking about? Wow, yeah, we're gonna get on this one for sure, Rhonda. Thank you. I appreciate you for that one because yeah, my blood's boiling, y'all. I'm one of them. Yeah, I'm real passionate. I'm one of them. This one's really got me my gears are grinding. She's definitely, again, I've never seen this story before, Rhonda. You've seen how much I've seen of it so far. She's innocent, for sure. For sure. This is crazy work. But yeah, we're gonna make sure you email me, Rhonda, and everybody else if you would like me to cover a story you think the world should hear. Let me know. And the biggest I do know. Let us know. Please do. Until next time, I think we're gonna be back. Yeah, we'll be back at 9:30. We're coming back at 9:30 tonight. And we will see you then. And until next time, y'all be real smooth with it, real cool with it, and most importantly, as true as you can be with it, y'all. And in my big M voice. Peace.
Father, you know we need it. I've never seen so much pain. We have the faith for now. Your victory we will gain.
Give you everything. Our lives and souls today.
Father, you know we need it. I've never seen so much pain
and hate.
We have the faith for now. Your victory we will gain.